Good day, good day, good day, good afternoon. Okay. Now, I live in Salem, Illinois. And I ran across an old video, that was posted in 2009 of some kind of rally, people standing up to big government and tired of them confiscating their money to fund, a frenzy of spending by the government. Okay? Now, when I watched this video up there, and I saw a small group of people, that made me realize and understand that you, Salem, are full of sheep. You don't care. You drive by a place, you honk your horn. Whoop-de-doo. Now I realize probably a lot of you had to work that day or something like that. But how many of you write your fucking congressmen? How many of you take these freaking Salem leaders who have been in power for too fucking long, and you just allow the corruption up here at the courthouse? There's nothing but corruption up there. Let me tell you something. A fucking cigarette is a narcotic. Now here's the way Salem works. They caught me smoking a joint in an alley on my property. The police walked up, circled around back and walked up and snuck up on me and caught me and a few buddies smoking a joint. Only thing was left of that joint was a little roach. Of course I had a small bag of weed in my pocket, which I handed to the officer to keep everybody else from being searched. That was the agreement. Now, let me tell you, when the officer walks up, he states, "Oh, I walked into a pot fest." Yeah, a pot fest with one joint standing around and maybe 12 grams of freaking marijuana. Ooh, what a pot fest. That's how stupid and immature these fucking people in Salem are. Now, I've lived in Salem all my life, but I didn't come from Salem. And when I first came here, it was like, man, these fucking people, man, they act like they living in Chicago, Illinois. They walk around here acting like fucking gangsters. You got freaking white people walking around here with their ass hanging out of their pants and don't give a fuck about nothing. I can't stand these people. They talk about, standing up for big government. Yeah, well, you look at that video up there, you're going to see a very, very small amount of people that give a crap. There's 8,000 people in Salem at that time, in 2009. 8,000. And out of those 8,000, are you telling me that only 40 or 50 people, not even that, I don't even think there's 40 or 50 people that I've seen in that video. Holding a sign, honk if you're tired of it. You should be holding a sign that says, write your freaking Congress and write your representatives and get rid of your crooked freaking politicians here in Salem, Illinois. Look at your judges you've had up here. Let's talk about Judge Tungate. She hates fucking dudes. She was put under investigation because she was throwing every fucking dude that stood in front of her in fucking jail. Let me tell you secrets, Salem people. Those up there at that courthouse up there are not judges. They are administrators. They have no authority over you. And when they do have authority over you is when you give it to them by contract. When you stand up in that courtroom, when they ask you to stand, you give yourself over to their contract. So don't stand up. And I'm going to tell you something else. Cell phones don't interfere with nothing in their courthouse. The only reason why they don't want cell phones in there is because they don't want you to fucking record the crooked corruption that goes on up there. The motherfucking state's attorney that used to be up there at that courthouse was one of the biggest freaking cokeheads in Marion County, Illinois. Okay? Now we had a freaking sheriff over here in Marion County. I'm not going to say no names because everybody knows. Sweep it underneath the rug. Stealing money from people that's in jail. What kind of crap is that? And you sit there and you say, oh, we're not corrupt. You are corrupt. And whose fault is it? It's not the people that are corrupting our courthouses and our laws here and corrupting everything around us. It's you, the people, because you allow it to go on. You allow it to go on. And you continue to just stick your head in the fucking sand, let the motherfucking cops harass anybody they want, and you go in there and you sit in the courtroom and they bring these fucking people over there, petty ass little bullshit crimes, and march them into the courtroom in freaking orange jumpsuits, looking scummy, and already you walk in there, and oh, they got a lot of fucking shit to show. They want to show you looking like a freaking criminal. When you walk in there, all these little Salem people, oh, he's guilty, he's guilty. Your fucking lawyers work for them. A lot of times, you people ain't even defended properly. You sit there and you give over to the system and you stand up there and you let them do whatever they want. You let them do whatever they want. And then you talk about, I'm tired of gas being so high, and I'm tired of this, and I'm tired of the rates going up and everything. What do you do about it? You don't do anything about it. And let me tell you something else. Maybe there wouldn't be so freaking many poor homeless people in the fucking world if all you fat, greedy, rich-ass motherfuckers that sit there and store your money up. Well, let me tell you something, what I think about that. Here's my opinion. Money's like water. It has to flow. If it doesn't flow and you dam it up, then you're keeping everybody else fucking poor. Because you rich, tightwad, fucking old ladies and you fucking freaking perverts up there at the fucking courthouse, are you on your oath, Your Honor? Are you on your oath? And then I'm going to tell you what, you got the right to see that judge's credentials to make sure he is a judge, not an administrator. Take back your sovereignty. Quit letting these bluebellies do whatever they want. Why do you want to be controlled by rich, greedy fucking people? Why? You're just going to keep on fucking gathering up the crumbs that they throw upon the ground. And you sit there and you let them. You know what? I don't think anybody should be allowed to have gobs and gobs of fucking money. I mean, I've heard old ladies call into this financial radio show that I listen to. Well, I'm 85 years old and I got $200,000 in the bank. And I'm just wondering what I could invest in, to get richer and all that. But you got $200,000 in a fucking bank? Really? I mean, you're 85 years old and you're worried about how much money you got. Regardless. You've outlived all your freaking, you said that right on the radio show. You've outlived all your freaking relatives. And you're worried about how much money you can leave behind in the bank for who? For who? I don't understand that, do you know how fucking retarded that makes you sound? And I see people, oh, I'm from Salem, Illinois, and I've lived here all my life, and this is the most best place in the world to live in. Bullshit. It's corrupt. Do you understand? Your kids are getting harassed and searched by police without no probable cause. They done it to mine. You got cameras in your parks where people can't even have no privacy. Why are they there? And why didn't the town gather together and say, you know what, we're tired of you spying on us. You know what, you cops do your fucking job and you wouldn't need fucking cameras. And quit doing your investigation work on fucking Facebook. That ain't the way an investigator handles a crime. He goes out, he gets off his fucking lazy ass, and he fucking does his police work. But no, you cops got your little snitches and your little bitches around town. Because you don't know how to do investigation work. Yeah, you've locked me up a few times. So what? With your corrupt ass bullshit. And then you sit there and labeled every crime that I ever committed since the 80s twice on Judici.com, so I look like a fucking criminal. You make my record look like I am a horrible fucking criminal. Whenever all I see is a bunch of illegal consumption, you know, yeah, I've been into some trouble. I've been in some trouble. So what? What's the difference between you white-collar criminals and us is the fact that you do it all shady. You don't care about people. I mean, if you fuckers around here in Salem had your way about it, you'd have every fucking buddy locked up. And that's pathetic. You people are pathetic. When I first moved to Salem, I fucking hated it. I was like 6, 7 years old. No, I was younger than that because I actually went to kindergarten here in Salem. But off and on through the years when I was young, you know, cops harassed me all the time, they followed me around all the time. They arrest me for no fucking bullshit reasons that are just petty. You know, these fucking cops are disgusting. I used to know a friend of mine who was a female that told me every fucking cop that she ever screwed in Salem to get out of fucking being charged with a crime. And you know what? I'd say her name, but when I do, you cops are going to be like, well, the ones that are up here now, very few probably know her. Except for a few of them that's retired. But the point is, if these fuckers are capable of doing that, then why do you think that they're capable of policing our fucking city? You know, I mean, you can fucking run your mouth off about people around here, but we don't talk about the mayor's son. We don't talk about the police officers' sons or daughters. We don't talk about the fucking rich-ass motherfuckers in school. You know, these fucking rich kids run around fucking school picking on everybody that's poor and think that that's just fucking awesome. That makes them so freaking tough. Guess what? Your money's not going to save you. Your money's not going to save you. Your greediness, your pettiness, your corrupted freaking city, you corrupt fucking cops. You better watch for me in about 6 to 8 months. Because I'm coming into a lot of money. And I'm going to hire investigators. I'm not going to hire people around here. I'm going to hire people from out of state to come in here and take your asses down. I'm going to follow every paper trail. I'm going to look into every fucking thing I can. And you know what? Whenever I get done with my studies and I become a paralegal, I'm going to help people that like me. You guys ain't going to get your meat hooks into nobody else. Not on my watch. Because I'm going to come into that court, both guns blazing. I'm going to come into that courtroom, and I'm going to make y'all look freaking stupid. I've been studying law for freaking 15 years. I took my own court case in Effingham County. They tried to give me 16 years. And I beat them at their own fucking game. Why? Because I didn't sit there and take their bullshit. I spoke up and I said, look, you motherfuckers are liars. But you know what? I can honestly say this. Effingham County is a lot more fucking fair than Marion County. Yeah, they have their problems, but let me tell you something. I was treated very good over there in Effingham County in the jail. The guards, the officers, they all understood my case, and they understood it was all a bunch of trumped up bullshit. That officer that night didn't have no probable cause to pull me over. I mean, he did with a loud exhaust, but that didn't give him no probable cause to search my car. And the video never showed up. The video never showed up in court. Because I knew I was going to get some time for my part of what I did, but 16 years? No, I fought that, so I got a plea bargain down to 3 because I went in there and fought. I went in there and fired my public defender, and they said, oh, you can't do that. Well, what law says that I can't? You're never going to get a fair trial up here at Marion County Courthouse, and that's a guarantee. Stop making contracts with these people. Just stop. If you're going to gather together 20 people standing out holding signs, cars going by honking. You don't hear nobody fucking coming up. You don't see no petitions going around. You don't see, they're not doing anything. They're just fucking drawing attention. That's all they're doing. I mean, they ain't doing anything. Anybody can fucking stand out and hold a sign. But what are you doing besides holding a sign? What are you doing to change things? I mean, think about it. What are you doing to change things? You know, y'all sitting there preaching, everybody else change it, do this, you know what? Quit showing favoritism around here to other people. Give people a fucking chance, man. You don't know. In Salem, you have to kiss ass or suck cock in order to have a job. And then they don't even know how to treat you as a worker. They treat you unfairly. They think you're supposed to bow down and kiss their fucking ass and obey the rules. They don't operate their businesses by law and standards here. These people around here do everything they can to destroy anybody they can. Even if it's lies. They do not care. That is why I have waged war. I'm Salem, Illinois. And anybody else that wants to get in my way, I'm coming for you, Salem. I'm coming for you. And you know what? You ain't going to have the power to stop me by the time I bring it to you. You got 8 months. You got 8 months. And I already have a lawyer hired. You have 8 fucking months. And I'm coming for your ass. And don't think I'm going to walk into that courthouse unprepared, because I'm going to be very prepared, and so is my attorney. And my attorney is not from around here. My attorney is from Washington, D.C. My attorney is a government lawyer. And he's got a problem. He wants revenge. And he's out to make a name for himself because he has a brother that I remind him of. That's always been given the shaft. He has a passion. He knows this freaking county's corrupt. I want to ask you something. Salem, how do you like your display case up there at the police department taken away? Yeah, the FBI was notified and told. You know what gives you the right to possess drugs and dangerous weapons in a display case behind lock and key, whenever the law says nobody can possess these things? But you want to sit there and think that it's okay for you because it's a police station. Well, it's not okay. I can't have bombs and pipes and cocaine and drugs and deadly weapons and stilettos and billy clubs with spikes through it. I can't have those things in my home. You come in even without a search warrant. You take me to jail, but it's okay for y'all to be sitting up there in a display case so proud of all the drugs and all the dangerous weapons and all the dangerous drugs that you confiscated. You're proud of that. There's only one law, and that's God's law, not your law. You are not judges. You are not police officers. You have no right to enforce a law that you don't enforce on everybody. These fucking people standing out there in front of the courthouse smoking their fucking cigarettes, which is a narcotic, and want to charge me with a narcotic in public. But they got a special little designated place out there at the courthouse for these smokers to go smoke. And here you got these lawyers and these attorneys and assistant state's attorneys sitting there smoking in front of the doors, blowing their nasty-ass cigarette smoke all over people that walk in. Like, ooh, I can do anything I want because I'm a big shot. Got news for you, big shot. I got you motherfuckers on video breaking the law. You're supposed to be so many feet away from the doors of any building when you're smoking. And if they have a designated smoking area, you're supposed to be in that designated smoking area. But I know why you don't. Because you're scared. You're scared to go over there and sit with the people that smoke and the same people that you fuck every time you get them in court. You don't allow cameras or recording devices because you're scared that somebody's going to find out your bullshit that you've been doing. Fuck you, Mayor. Fuck you, Police Chief. Fuck you, John Cavaletto. You guys are nothing but corrupt fucking politician, Neanderthal fucking idiots. You don't deserve to be in places of power. Let me tell you something else, Mr. John Cavaletto. Your son back in high school got his ass kicked by me, and I loved every fucking minute of it. Now I have compassion for what happened with your family. And I really do. And I'm so sorry that things happened the way they did. But you got to remember one thing. You're not above the law neither. And you, John Cavaletto Jr., I loved kicking your fucking face in. And I'd love to do it again. People like you are scum. Bullies. Their popularity skeets them through everything in life. Couldn't have nothing to do with your dad was a counselor in the high school. Whoopie-doo. He probably was a lot of things. But I remember him when he counselor when he told me, oh, you'd be better off dropping out of school. Yeah, they didn't want me in school. You know why? Because they were scared of my intelligence. I didn't go to school half the time, but still I made fucking good grades, real good grades. I struggled my ass off, and there was times I made fucking straight A's and B's. But some rich kid get on the honor roll, and they would leave my name out. But yeah, I made better grades than them. What's that? And then you wonder why I skipped school? Why not? Give all the credit to the fucking rich kids. Just like you sit there and allow the rich kids up here to bully people and you don't do nothing about it. That's another thing I'm going after. I'm going to get to the bottom of this bullshit that happened to my daughter. Something happened to my daughter one day in school. You just fucking, I don't know what you did to the fucking CDs that recorded that little incident, but there's something shady about that fucking bus driver and you knew it. I could sense it. I could hear him yelling at those kids on that bus every time he stopped. He took off one day real fast, knocked half the kids out of their fucking seats. Took off before they could even get out of the fucking bus. He's a fucking dick. And he thought, oh, because he was an old football player that everybody, that's why, you know what? You hired a fucking person that sooner or later was going to molest one of these fucking children. I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't already. And I swear to God, you old son of a bitch, let me tell you something. I hope you see this video. Because if I ever find out you touched my daughter, I'll come after your old ass. And I've already seen you once, and I know who you are. I know who you are. I've had people follow you from work home. I know where you live. But you know what? I'm not going to threaten you. And I'm not going to threaten violence to you. I'm going to do it the legal way. I'm going to come after you. If I find out you're innocent, nothing happened, you don't deserve it, I'll leave you alone. Simple as that. But if I find one freaking shred of evidence, or I hear one kid that I investigate and talk to tell me that you did something, what I'm going to do is I'm going to guarantee them protection. And I'm going to fucking tell them straight up. And I'm going to convince them they don't have no reason to be scared of your stupid fucking old ass. But I'll tell you what, you better be scared of me, boy. Because I'm coming after you. If I find out you done anything to my daughter, or any other fucking kid on that bus, you're going to have hell to pay, my friend. Hell to pay. Your best luck would be to die before I get to you. Because I'm gonna make sure that you spend some time in fucking prison. And then when you're in prison, you're in my world. I know thousands of people. I've been in almost every prison in Illinois. I know thousands of people. I got thousands of people inside. I'm a 15-year retired, well longer than that. I've been an Aryan brother for 15 years. 15 years. That's my world. And if you end up in my world, you better hope you never do. A lot of happy you little Salem punks won't last a heartbeat. And if I ever find out one of you are in there that I had problems with, you're going to be dealt with too. And there ain't nowhere you can go to get away from the Aryan Brotherhood, buddy. And although I dropped my flags 15 years ago, that's the rule. I put in 15 years of time with the Aryan Brotherhood. I'm not proud of it, but it's nice to know that I got fucking connection when I need them. I was young when I went to prison, very young. I was taken underneath the wings of the Aryan Brotherhood. They're the only ones that helped me. It's not because I didn't join the Aryan Brotherhood because I was prejudiced or because I hated black people, even though they do. I felt that I didn't have no choice. When I started getting picked on by a big black guy, they said they wouldn't watch out for me no more if I didn't do something about it. So I had to stand my ground, and I done something about it, and I got respect. So if you can take two groups of people that literally hate each other, and they can change their ways, and they can respect each other, they don't have to love each other. They don't have to kiss each other. They don't have to, spend time in the same area, but respect each other is definite. Don't play with me. I've had enough. And when I come for you, I'm going to come full head on. I ain't stopping. And all of you that want to spread bullshit about me around town, you think people don't come and tell me stuff? You little wannabe little gangsters walking around here with your ass hanging out of your pants. Do you know what that means? Do you know what that means? You need to look it up. It's a prison symbol meaning I'm available. So somebody don't have to guess whether you're a queer or not. Go into prison and walk around like you do out here in the streets of Salem, you little punks. See what happens to you. I've seen it too many times. Pull your fucking pants up. Nobody wants to see your fucking ass crack. And something else. All you fucking bitches, stop with your puff-faced, fucking disgusting-ass fucking face on Facebook. I'm sick of it. Y'all acting like a bunch of little fucking sluts out there. Have some respect for yourselves. I've said my piece.